Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Topic today is cheap ways of deploying your hobby projects. And I just realized we as developers usually trying to overcomplicate things, and we think about the load and how we're going to scale our project, and after that you start thinking about serverless approach. So you like scale on demand, Dockerizing your application, etc. So let's step back a bit and discuss how we can do it in most basic way. And really, today we're just going to create a simple VM, like a Ubuntu droplet in DigitalOcean, and try running a simple JavaScript barn application as an example, but it could be anything really, and expose it to the internet. And one critical thing that I want from that setup is that we will have HTTPS by default with Let's Encrypt certificates. So our site looks okay, and it's not just plain HTTP. And one thing about Docker, I was using it for a long time and I really enjoy it, and I think it's a great tool. Like all these container things is great if you do like real work. But even that could be an overkill for a hobby project, because it basically adds overhead in terms of resources that you need. So I have a couple droplets in DigitalOcean, and if you pick something like one CPU and gig of memory, and you have like a Docker Compose on your machine, it kind of works. If you go below that, you have like one CPU, half gigs of memory. On that setup, you kind of have problems with running Docker even, and it's not that stable, and it just feels like a waste of resources. And the other thing is that, to be fair to ourselves, first of all, most of our hobby projects won't need to scale, and we can run multiple apps on a single machine with these resources just fine, and it will handle a lot of traffic for us before we need to scale. So, all right, here on the right hand side I have a terminal, and I'm inside my new droplet, and basically we are going to use Caddy as a reverse proxy. And one of the reasons is because it's just like so easy to set up the SSL and Let's Encrypt certificates. Basically just a couple lines of code and it just works. So I don't see any reason to use anything else. But if you prefer Nginx or Traffic, they all support now automatic renewal of certs. It just the matter of amount of config that you need to write. So I basically on Ubuntu, I installed Bun to create an application, and then I basically run Bun, create and generated a Hono application. If I go inside my app, my application, it's literally just a standard Hono JavaScript application that you would expect. And we can run that right here, Bun run dev, and a server is started on this port 3000. But now we want to expose that, and we also want a way so we can manage our services on the machine. And basically, default way of doing this daemon kind of services in Linux is systemd. So to do that, I create a file that describes the service, and it looks like this. So we have a description and some config, but basically two main things are here: the working directory. It will be root my application, and for simplicity I'm running as a root. And then execute command will be barn binary and then run, and this is my TypeScript file. And also I want restart always, in case there are some problems. I just want to keep my application running. So yeah, that's the setup for the service and for the real application. And if you want more detailed guide, there's literally a page in Bun saying how to set up a systemd service. So you just can follow that along. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that we probably want a real domain name, and in DigitalOcean you can just go and back to droplets, I believe. Just go here. Yeah, to the project, and you can see I added domain to like a subdomain of my personal blog, and it's pointing to this new droplet like this, and it's done automatically here. And also there is a way to create a load balancer in DigitalOcean. The problem is that it will cost you like 3 times more a month than a simple droplet. And as I said, we don't usually need to spin multiple droplets and balance the traffic. So we want to avoid that. I just mentioned that in DigitalOcean, if you spin up a load balancer, you can have SSL Let's Encrypt certificates for free. But as I said, as we're trying to be as cheap as possible, it's not an option for us. So we'll have to do reverse proxy on our server, and we're going to use Caddy. And I'll just show you amount of config that you need to do everything basically. So I created a new folder here, and what you need is a single file, Caddy file, and we can check what's inside. And literally this is the only thing you need. So as you can see here, I have my domain name, and then I say reverse proxy and pointing it to my local application. And yeah, really that's it. So let's start our application as a service first. So we do start my application. Yeah, so we need to do daemon reload first. And then we run sudo start my application, and then we can check status, I believe. Yeah, all green, so it means that we are now running the app. And for Caddy, I can just go to my home, and then Caddy, and run Caddy run. And now we should have our page available. Yeah, as you can see here, we have hello Hono. And really, I just spent from scratch half an hour today to do the full setup, to spin a droplet, configure Caddy, spin a service. And I believe I'll just stick with this approach. I'm a bit tired of trying serverless, to be honest. Although I have a lot of videos on the channel about Cloudflare and Cloudflare workers. I think it's great and it's really easy to use, and a lot of things are supported, and you get this scaling thing. The problem that you are limited to tiny options in terms of languages. I just want to run sometime Java closure on the backend, so it's tricky with those languages to do serverless. So you have to do like TypeScript, JavaScript kind of thing. But also, I always kind of afraid of these random bills when you are DDoSed or something, and then you have to ask support to remove that. So yeah, that's my problem with serverless. And for now, I guess I'll stick with this simple, old school approach, I would say. Hope it was useful, and as usual, please leave comments and likes and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. See you next video. Bye bye.